Hey you guys, what's up? It's your boy Terence back with another video. How you guys doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Before I start the video, I'd like to thank everyone coming to the channel and taking in the content. I'm also really happy that the content is kind of like helping some of you guys out, right? So I won't consider this like a self-help channel, but it's more of lifestyle slash motivational slash self-help channel, right? So it's integration of many things into one. So yeah guys, it's been a while. I probably did not post a video yesterday. Probably the reason is because I was kind of happy because I kind of completed something that I thought was very difficult, which was I did 30 videos in 30 days, right? Which is a great thing, right? So this is the 31st video. Anyways, coming back to the tangent of what I was talking about and what the video is all about. You probably read the title, right? So I was really thinking about, I was using Instagram a lot these days, thinking about it in terms of business perspective, in terms of this channel's perspective, and in terms of life in general. So let's ask a question. Have you ever wondered if Instagram itself, I'm not talking about other social platforms, we're going to just deep dive into Instagram. Is Instagram really good for you in terms of your life, your business, etc., right? And also, if you want a surprise, if you want to know how to gain followers quickly, right, stay till the end. I'll mention the trick till the end, and it's not like a trick that doesn't work. I'll show you that it's working, okay, with actual proof. Yeah guys, so coming back to the video, so is Instagram really good for you? If let's say you're middle-aged, not middle-aged, sorry, if you're in your 20s and let's say you finished college, right? Let's say you finished college in liberal arts, or you finished college in majored in some subject, right? And you were really focused in college, or you were really focused in school, and you are struggling in terms of showing your talent because of let's say performances, ideas, outputs, right? So basically the outputs that you are trying to throw to the world once you achieved a particular talent. It doesn't have to be that you just finished college. It may be like you found out that you were really good in a particular hobby, or let's say you're really good at speaking like Russell Brand. It can be anything like that, right? So any of your talents that you have, right, that you have struggled in showcasing to the world, right? Instagram can give you that organic growth initially. What do I mean by organic growth initially is, let's say I post a video of, let's say like Russell Brand, like the way he talks, right? He uses these large words, etc. Let's say I make Instagram reels or shorts or whatever you call them, right? Videos basically of me talking about a particular subject, let's say like a thought for the day, or some sentence in a very profound manner wherein it will make my brain think, right? So let's say I create an account for that, right? And I use the right hashtags, etc. I do the best editing that I can, right? And let's say I promote that video, right? Now you may get, if unless you're making like a viral TikTok video or some crap like that, right, which doesn't add value. Generally, things that add value, right, very few people are able to recognize. So what's going to happen is you may not gain quick followers, let's say a million followers, but you may gain, let's say, 500 followers in the span of 6 months, right? Now I'm pretty sure people may think 500 is not a lot, but yes, 500 is actually a lot. Let take 500 people who followed your channel, not through shady ways of buying followers, etc., right? So I'm talking about you growing your channel organically. Let's say you posted your content for like Russell Brand where he spoke, and you got 500 followers in 6 months. I mean, guys, it's even still 500 people. What if one of those followers that you have, 500 people, let's say a billionaire or a trillionaire? You never know, right? Because the way you're speaking is inspiring him to change his vocality in conferences, etc., right? So you still have good opportunity to show your talent. So yes, the first and the greatest thing I feel about Instagram is you can showcase your talent. Now it may take time for you to scale up, but the viewers that you will get, not viewers, the followers that you will get will be very organic if you just let it grow naturally, just by using proper hashtags, comments, editing, etc. Staying away from all the things like buying subscribers on Fiverr or whatever, right? All those bots, because Instagram also has an algorithm, right? I'll probably do a video about that later on. It has an algorithm similar to YouTube, but a little more changes here and there, right? So that's one thing. So the other thing I feel is, like, when I ask this question, is Instagram really good for you, right? I'm being a little sarcastic because it has good things and bad things. So coming to one of the not so good things, I won't say it's bad. It is even better. it's easy to put a facade about your life on Instagram, right? So let's say I'll give you an example. It may happen, I never know, right? I've been around this game quite long enough. I've seen this happening, right? So let's say you create an account, right? And let's say you created an account at 27 or 28 years of age, just as an example, okay? It can be even 18 or 16, okay? Last 5 years, whatever vacations you had, as an example, or whatever things you bought which are really expensive, right? Let's say you post an Instagram of, let's say, 20 vacations you went on the last 6 to 7 years, whatever they may be, expensive or whatever, right? Or not expensive. Let's say you post 20 to 30 pictures of each individual location, saying that this is good about this place, blah blah blah, blah, right? Now for you it may appear, for the person who's posting there, right, or not advertising, but the person who's posting on Instagram, it may be like, yes, look, I went here, I went here, I went here. So that may be one state of mind. The other state of mind is, let me, milk that algorithm, right? Let me pique some interest. Hey, look, let me post pictures of all the good things that have happened in these vacations, and let me gain, followers organically still. But it's a facade. It's a facade of, you pulling a curtain of in front of their eyes. Those people will think, unless you're very true to yourself, and you say like, hey, look, this is a vacation I went on. Then, so the next photo is like after 2 months, right? Because generally, unless you're a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire, you're not going on vacations every month or every week, right? So, coming back to the topic. So it's easy to put a facade or pull a curtain on someone else's eye, on the organic people that you grew, right? It's easy, but that will come to an end eventually, right? Because you're not building true value to your audience, right? It's data that you're using from the past. So it's easy to put facade and have, let's say an 18-year-old kid watches your Instagram panel of that you created when you were 26 years old, and by the time you were 27 and he was 19, you posted like 100 images of different locations that you visited, right? Not in that year, but in the past 20 years that you've been living, correct? It sets false expectations, of to that 19-year-old who's now 19, right? To that 13 who's 19 years old, right? What am I saying? 19-year-old is a 19-year-old. So that I can have this life of posting a new picture of at different locations like every week or every day, right? But that's not what life really is, right? Unless you're one of those 1% type people who's a millionaire or a billionaire who can choose to do that, right? That is totally fine. But there are chances of leading to false expectations. Now you may say, oh, but it can motivate, but why would you do that? I mean, you've not done it, so you posted pictures of last 5 years in the last 5 weeks, okay? I know you're expecting other people to be. I think so. It's a little dicey, right? So in terms of that scenario, so yes, in this case, you can easily pull facades on people's eyes. So be careful, because you may be impacting your audience's life, right? So it's very important to think about that if you want to build a channel truly organically and truly from yourself, right? So that's kind of even better. I won't say bad. Now the next thing I feel. I'm just checking my list because I keep forgetting things, right? It's really good to use Instagram as a marketing tool. So let's say, I won't use this word drop shipping because nowadays it doesn't matter that the hype is gone and you don't build audience. But let's say you have before you created your Instagram account, right? Let's say you had a truly viable business. Is this in focus? Okay, so let's say, sorry about that, it went out of focus, silly camera. So let's say you already had a business of, let's say a product. Let's say you were selling, weird t-shirts, right, with weird symbols or whatever, right? So like this Decepticon / Autobot t-shirt. Just kidding. Yeah, it's not weird, but anyways, let's say you're selling a weird product you already had an organic audience on, let's say, Shopify or Weebly or on GoDaddy, whatever. You already had these 500 people in your circle that you had already promoted physically at your location, or then you scaled up to a website, right? Now you want to scale that 500 audience that you have physically as well as on your web store on Instagram through ads and reels. Perfectly, go ahead, it's totally fine, right? You can use it as a marketing tool either via promotions or by asking shoutouts from influencers about your product that you sell. Now, yeah, there are edge cases where you're selling, you're showing not the advertiser, the customer one thing, but the advertising a different thing. That's a whole different story. The best case scenario, you can still market your product through influencers, right? So let's say you pay an influencer $1,500 for a channel that has 50,000 subscribers, right? You paid $1,500, right? 50,000 subscribers. Let's say that ad that you posted on their channel has an impression of, let's say, 20,000 impressions. Just throwing eyeballs, but just saying. So you spend 1,500, but what happens if you get 1,500 sales out of those 20,000 impressions, right? It doesn't generally happen that way, but I'm just giving good things that can happen. So in terms of marketing, great. One last thing I felt it's people really don't talk about this a lot is a method to get inspired to try new things. So you'll see so many people from on Instagram, doing different things. So for example, some may be like an ancient coin collector or an ancient stone collector or a dancer, a musician, whatever, right? So let's say you follow this person. I'll just use an example of a person that I follow. Let's say it's Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, or let's say Elon Musk, right? I would say I get inspired to do something that they are doing. I get inspired in terms of their work ethic, in terms of the value that they add to the universe, rather than thinking about just profit, right? So for example, if you look at Elon Musk's recent podcast with Joe Rogan on Spotify as an example, right? So he talks about things in such a way wherein I'm trying to solve existing problems and not trying to to solve the problem because I want this. If the guy already has like 6-7 companies. He hasn't he's built everything from the ground, right? So you can get inspired by human beings on Instagram. So that's a really major thing that I think is kind of good. So these are the few things. Sorry, my phone is buzzing for some reason. So these are the few things I thought I'll talk about in terms of Instagram. So if I have to summarize, right? So to showcase talent, one, yes, it's good. Second, even better, is it's easy to to set false expectations, right? By creating this facade of the life that you have. The second thing is marketing. It's great tool for marketing. And third thing is to get inspired, right? Sometimes we do need inspiration. Now some people will say you don't need inspiration if you're already passionate, but I don't believe that. Sometimes when your batteries are extremely low, you still need some passion that way, and inspiration that way. So I know it's been a long video, right? So I'll be doing a lot more series in terms of each social media platform, each product, each platform, and are they really good and are they really bad, kind of thing, right? So let me know how you guys felt. Once again, I really thank you for your time in terms of watching this video all the way to the end. Now for the true audiences who stayed all the way till here, right? Now I'll show you a trick on how to gain followers on Instagram, right? So I'll just go to this is Notepad. I'm not doing anything, nothing fishy, no screen recorder, nothing, right? So I'm going to my Instagram account. Let me just go to my profile. Do you see my profile? Yeah. Let me just try to focus here. Yeah, do you see that's my channel, right? Yeah. So you see I have like some 600 followers, correct? Now initially, let me zoom out of this. Okay, there we go. Focus is back on me rather than this. So you saw I had some 600 followers, right? So ideally, organically, I had grown my audience of 500 or 550, I think, over the past 6 or 7 years, just posting random stuff, right? Now suddenly I spiked up my audience by 50. How did I do that? I'll show you a proof as well, right? So 605 is where it's currently at. So I'll just show you my post. You will see in the last 3 hours. I don't know if you guys can you see this? If you're able to see my screen, if you're able to understand this. So basically, in the last 3 hours, I've got like 41 subscribers, 41 followers, right? Now most of you may say, yeah, most of you may say it's from this YouTube channel. It is not. It's because I did something here. What did I do? So I'll show you all a trick. Try this, but there are limits of things that you can do with this trick. I'll talk about them as well. So let's say I go to the Rocks channel. I'm just explaining here, but you can follow me on this journey, right? Let's say you go to one big influencer. Let's say you go to the Rocks page, right, or Snoop Dogg's page, or any of those big influencers who have like over 20 million subscribers or whatever. There will be the small arrow, right, which gives you recommended pages. Gives you this recommended pages like this. Can you see recommended pages? So all you need to go and do there is like keep following everything. Keep following like what do I say? Like 30 channel, not 30, yeah, 40 channels. If you're a small channel, the bigger the number. Like for me, my threshold is maximum 30 to 40. So I'll follow 30 to 40 channels in 1 hour, and then the next hour I will unfollow those 30 and 40 channels, like manually. You got to put some work at least in, right? So you will see your subscribers go, your followers go up, right? But the limitation here is, don't do this activity for more than 100 followers in a day. Instagram won't ban you, but they will restrict your actions, right? As in they'll recognize that this person has been following so many people or unfollowing so many people, right, in a day. So the limit, I would say, for an extremely new channel, let's say you're starting a channel from new, would be like 100 subscribers that you follow in a day and follow and unfollow basically. For bigger channels, lesser it is. So like for me, when my channel currently is at like 605 followers right now, I can do a maximum of, let's say, in an hour, in a day I can do a maximum of 60-70, like 35 following and 35 unfollowing in a day, right? And then it will block you. If once you reach a certain status, it will not block you. It will say this activity cannot be done for more than these many times, right? So try this hack out, right? Yes, it's a hack. It's a kind of sleazy hack, but it works if you want those followers. But I'm just did it to show you all that it works, right? So yeah, guys, that's been a long video. Let me know how you guys felt. I hope this trick helps you in your journey in terms of marketing or whatever, right? Yeah, guys, until then, I guess I'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheerio.